Okay, we're sitting outside under the full moon in Howick, the 30th of August. It's the second full moon of the month, the blue moon, the biggie. I'd like to thank our Holy Father, Mother God, Heavenly Holy Principal Creator of all that is, was, and ever can be, for allowing us to come together in this way, to be able to sit here under the stars and have this communication from the world beyond. Under the moon, this beautiful big full moon. I call upon the 9 beings of light that oversees our energy at this time to create a protective grid around us. I call upon the essence of Archangel Michael, Lord Jesus the Christ, Lord Metatron, Archangel Ariel, Lord Ganesh, Lord Melchizedek, Lord Maitreya, Saint Germain, and Lord Kuthumi. To protect us against all negativity projected towards us by any and all beings, consciously and unconsciously, incarnate and discarnate, from the north, the south, the east, the west, from above, from below, as also from within. To ground us within the light of Christ, so that at any and all times we are fully grounded, fully protected, and fully connected. To bless us with His Excalibur sword of truth, so that our truth always is and remains our communicating and motivating force of light. We call upon our guides and guardians as we ask these beings to step forth, to form a protective circle of light around us. We ask these beings to place their hands above our crown chakras, to open up our crown and to communicate all that we seek, the answers, the communication, the guidance, to bring this all into our conscious reality, to reveal to us pathways known and unknown, and to guide us on our journey as we continue to strive to gain wisdom and move forth in the evolution of man and of us. We call upon the higher beings of light, the angels, the archangels, the ladies and the lords of light, the Kohan, the Elohim, the cherubim, the seraphim, and we ask these beings to form a protective circle of love and light around us, individually and as a group, and to hold us in this sacred space. We call upon the essence of Lady Gaia as we give thanks to her for allowing us this incredible gift of life, to live on her, to breed on her, to feed off her, to multiply on her. We ask that all that is shared this evening is shared with the greatest integrity and truth, as we call upon the essence of Ascended Master Kuthumi and Goddess Diana, and the workers of light that is with them. We give thanks for your guidance and for your love. We give thanks for all the wonderful teachings that you've delivered to us. We give thanks that you've never given up on us, even at times when we've given up on ourselves. We now ask that you sit back, relax, open your energy field, open your crown center, open your heart, and just be. And so be it. I am Kuthumi, and I come forward upon the rays of love and wisdom to greet thee at this time, and to gift unto thee a profound blessing of exploration, dedication, and, shall we make it light, fun. What a joyful, fun way to come together, beloved ones. And that is indeed what this life is all about. It is about joy, it is about fun, and it's about the celebration of life itself. Beloved ones, too many times in life, humanity restricts themselves because of set out rules and regulations. This channel is very good at that. And therefore, to create a space where you push the boundaries and do things differently, as I preach all the time, different things happen. Different energies are invited and different opportunities come forth. When one gets stuck in your ways, you become stale. And when you are stale, the chances for opportunity to knock on your door, to remove the veils of the illusion that you are kept within boundaries 24/7, 365, is just that, an illusion. Beloved ones, the human mind is probably one of the most complicated, intense, intently wired apparatus known to anyone. In fact, I will go as far as saying that very little of the wirings of the brain has been completely discovered. There is much to be discovered. There's a whole world that is ready for humanity to awaken to. But not until the time presents itself. When you create situations where you push your boundaries and your barriers, that is when you open the doorway for situations like that to present themselves, such as this. Beloved ones, as with the energy that you are experiencing at this time, the invitation is here for you to truly surrender into the expansion of it all. Expand your mind. Rewire your brain. Surrender into the brain function of the heart, for the heart rules all. Things which restricts you within thinking can never restrict you within deep-seated, compassionate feeling, and therefore knowing. Beloved ones, the heart, when you allow yourself to go in search of the many gems and jewels contained within it, will reveal to you a very complex life system of its own. Your scientists know about this. They have tapped into this. They have revealed some of this information, but much will still be discovered. The heart can indeed overrule anything, absolutely anything. It is when the brain wants to control the heart that things go a bit haywire, as you say. Things go wrong. Now, when you tap into the higher essence of the brain, you open up a spectrum of mind exploration. And there within lies the true gem of higher thinking. And it is that higher thinking that will allow you to ultimately surrender into the eventual balance of the sacred heart and the sacred mind. And beloveds, when these two come together to join one another in the graceful dance of transformation, that is when you see things change. That is when you see magic happens. That is where you see miracles manifest before your very eyes. Now, funny that I should say this, for all of this that I've discussed this far is what the full moon brings out in you. But you don't need to be under a full moon for you to feel activated or for you to be able to tap into this transformational energy, if you listen to the essence and the life support system contained within and around the heart center, beloved ones, you will find the answer to each and every one of your questions. Tap into your heart. Do not let the brain overrule. Allow the mind to bring wider thinking. And when you are able to finally fully let go and surrender into the essence of the sacred mind and sacred heart, that is when you pedal on a bicycle that ain't got no pedals. That is when life takes you on the journey of its own, and you can only experience that and truly enjoy that once you surrender into allowing yourself to do so. Change the way you do things. Break barriers. Extend thoughts that kept you curbed up. Share emotions that you've never been able to. And allow yourself to truly blossom into the most beautiful, magical, magnificent being that you are. You see, the brain is not all bad. It does play the game of confusion, for it finds pleasure in veering you off path. At times, this pleasure comes in form of humor. At times, this pleasure is presented in the form of the ego. And at times, this pleasure is purely because of the inability to see clearly. The soul essence of man allows the brain to drive the vehicle for a while. And then, when it is able to learn all the markings and the signs of the road, the soul allows it to drive, to explore. That is where the mind concept come in. For the brain concept is the lowest. Then you have the mind concept, which is the intermediate. And of course you have the sacred mind, which is the higher. I'm presenting this in this way because it creates huge confusion amongst many about the separation and the thought processes behind brain and mind functioning. The brain will tell you not to do it because you've never done it. The mind will say, I dare you to. And the sacred mind would say, trust me, let's do it. Beloved ones, you are now at the end of the Mercury retrograde, towards the end of it. You are facing the energy of this Pisces full moon, a very rare event where the moon comes into a very close, or the closest orbit to the Earth. And of course, because it doesn't happen often, it happens once in a blue moon. It is not actually blue. If you do not believe me, raise your eyes and look. Beloved ones, the moon essence that oversees Mother Gaia anchors within a reminder of the sensitivity of the self. That's where the sensitivity of the male is very pertinent. The male within all, male within male, male within females, where the sensitive aspect of the masculine can guide in a beautiful and soft way. At this time, you have an amplified energy because of the Piscean aspect. And the Piscean aspect, in many ways, are the masters of emotional confusion. There is always the overacting and the underacting of the emotions within the Piscean energy. It is either leaning too much towards the sensitivity or stubborn, not sensitive at all. And to bring this into balance is like bringing the brain-mind functioning to balance, so that the soul can express what it came to express, so that it can finally give unto the body, the human side of things, the brain, all of the aspects, the notifications, the indications of what it means to journey through life. So instead of being too stubborn in a full brain function, to bring in the softness and the gentleness of the sensitive masculine function, the new male function. And that allows the being, whether it's male or female, to step into a more refined understanding of their map of life. So instead of allowing the brain just to drive and drive and drive and there's not even roads, what this energy is saying to you is open yourself up, and by expanding your beingness, integrate the sensitivity of what this energy is giving to you. Integrate the femininity and be strong about it. The sensitivity in the masculine and the power in the feminine, as we have explained, which you will come to know about in this meditation in the final step. Those are the two absolute main ingredients for bringing the divine masculine feminine into complete balance, as is bringing the lower dimensional brain thinking and the upper dimensional thought thinking in a mind process together, so that your soul experience then is, shall we say, downloaded, so that you may then, as the famous words go, take up your bed and walk. So the key to that, to all of that, is to express yourself creatively in a different way. That's what this is about. That is what sitting here out in the open under the full moon is about. It's doing things differently. And you will come to know that the more you allow yourself to push the boundaries of that which you've previously set up for yourself, the better you will get to know the self. And the better you get to know the self, the more you will completely, utterly and totally fall in love with the self. Beloved ones, what is better than to fall in love with yourself? If humanity as a whole can bring forth the love aspect and awaken this within each of them individually, and being able to awaken this in each other, this world will be transformed in a blink of an eye. And trust me, I understand that there is great sadness and aggravation. People have lost determination. Some are feeling hopeless. For this world is so tricky at this time. But trust me, from a conscious level, listen to these words carefully. Lean in. From a conscious level, this planet has never, ever had so many beings awaken on it. Ever. Ever in its existence. Ever. So what we say, and I apologize ahead of time for saying this, for some are feeling exceptionally distraught and done in by, and there's great suffering on many levels. But what we say is, with wonderful, magnificent, well-trained, well-equipped light workers such as you, bring it on. Bring it on. Unfortunately, some may fall by the wayside. But trust me, even to those that have left and that may leave before a state of equilibrium has been achieved in some or the other way, which will take time. No matter who they are, they rejoice from up high. They rejoice from up high, and they give thanks on every level of the heavenly spheres for this amazing transformation that is going to happen. It's not a maybe, or perhaps it's a done deal. It may not be within your lifetime, But trust me, you'll be back for that sideshow. You think your explosions of light at the end of the calendar year is great. Well, you ain't seen nothing yet. Beloved ones, the process of ascension and the ascending inner being from shell to human, to brain, to mind, to soul function, has been an ongoing theme for eons. It has taken eons to get here. And so if it takes eons to go further, to achieve the end result, then so shall it be. Allow this magnificent moon to remind you of your inner softness. Allow this beautiful energy to draw everything forth needed for you to be inspired, remain inspired, and to transcend from a lower thought form to an intermediate and a higher or inner thought form. Beloved ones, trust the awakening of your sacred mind. Trust that your sacred heart is already pulsating, sending through the vibrational frequencies to transform the rest. And then allow yourself to discover what falling in love with the self is truly about. There are trials and tribulations. Many are facing challenges beyond the average comprehension. Many are facing challenges of their own. Thought processes, habits. Your earth is drenched in addictions, one way or the other. And we still maintain of these, the most difficult to put to bed is the addiction to a negative mind. The addiction to allowing the empty brain to be in control of the vessel, of the vehicle. For that is the addiction that prevents most beings from going through the golden doors. What you term 3D. They won't allow themselves to transcend borders. They will never allow themselves to give the vehicle over to the soul. And they know very well that the soul knows best. But the addiction to the lower negative aspect of either control through the ego or control because of lack or control because of desire and fear. These are the things that they must overcome. And trust me, if you've faced those, if you are now in this lifetime prepared to transcend those and work on them, and even open the the golden doorway just a fraction, then you're there. Then the rest will come. That is such a gift of falling in love with yourself. It is magnificent. So sit quietly and bathe in the glory of this magnificent moon. Beloved ones, open your eyes and look at your moon. Brother, turn around. Look at your moon. That's what you're here for. The doorway of love. The doorway of love to the inner self. Look at your moon and bathe in its glory. Beloved ones, give thanks for the emotions that it shares with you. It is a sacred celestial being and must be treated as such. You see, although much will be revealed in time, and much cannot be revealed before time, humanity will come to understand that there's a far greater energy at play here. The days of humanity thinking that they can do as they please with whoever they wish is ending. The exercise of the Russians on the moon have proven this. Beloved ones, it's a celestial being, for heaven's sake. You are living by invite on the body of Lady Gaia, a celestial being. How dare you not respect that? How dare you not? And these are the things that humanity is going to teach themselves as they too enter into the doorway of learning to fall in love with themselves. So embrace the beauty and the love extended to you from this beautiful, beautiful Mother Moon. In your mind's eye, integrate these codes into your sacral chakra. Feel these moon codes into the sacral chakra. Then feel the tingling sensation of these moon codes moving up into your heart center. So the divine goddess and the feminine expression of your creative self within the sacral now comes to dance with the inner compassionate one of the self, the one that's prepared to fall in love with itself. These two join together and they awaken magnificent codes of gentleness within the third eye. Feel it there. Feel it as a tingling sensation. As you aim at only that which is of the most gentle expression of the self. Teach the self that. Learn to express through the sensitivity of the male and the power of the female. Then you place this further up into your 10th chakra above your head. Feel angelic codes awaken in that area. Feel the energy of gold swiveling in that area. And then you take the energy from the sacral, connect to the heart, connect to the 6th chakra, connect to your angelic chakras, the 10th chakra, and move that up into your I am, Christ's presence, in the 12th chakra, above, into the diamond codes. Beloved nuns, now feel yourself standing in this fountain of diamond energy. Bathe in this Christed light in the 12th chakra. And remember that the gems that you collect along the way are the ones that gift unto you the passage of your way. Do it creatively, do it with compassion. Do it with a sight beyond what you can imagine. Do it by surrendering into the divine flow of the unknown. And claim this by integrating the I Am, Christ Consciousness Code within you. That which you already are. That which your life cord holds you within. That which your consciousness cord holds you within. In your mind's eye, see your beautiful moon in the distance. Now with your eyes closed. See her magnificent as she shines her magnificent light, reflected by your sun. And understand, as there always a dark and a lighter side to your moon, that is the natural flow within humanity, the yin and the yang. But when you can awaken the one to learn from the other, and for another to feed off and grow from the other, that is when you begin to fall in love with yourself. So the ultimate is when the body or the brain and the soul and the mind can come together and work as one. miracles happen and your lives are transformed in an instant. It's a tall order, but it's not impossible. And the more you lean towards that, the further you are prepared to open that doorway to the loving of the self, the better you will begin to understand the concept beyond this, and why we always reiterate to bring things into balance of everything. For once you open that doorway and you transcend your consciousness beyond this plane into the full moon, enter into the full moon with your mind, if you like. The further you travel into her, the deeper you travel, the darker it becomes, until eventually you've gone way beyond that and you are now on the dark side of the moon, where it's still full on the other side, but on your side it's not. But there is no darkness, for wherever you are, so too is there light, for you are the light. Travel a bit further into this darkness, into this abyss. Travel further, right through your moon, much, much further. You feel comfortable, for wherever you are, there too is light. Now turn around and look at the dark side of the moon from where you are. And all you can see in front of you is the sun and your earth. So even in that dark abyss, there too is only a reflection of light. The light of your mind, beloved ones. The light that you create from within, and the light that guides you from without. So for a moment, hang around here. Feel what it feels like to be in this darkness. Feel comfortable in it. For you know, all you have to do is bring the mind back through the dark side of the moon, out through the other side, where the sun shines upon it and creates a full reflection of that which is magnificent. And as you do that, all you need to do then is take yourself back to earth, back to your space, back into your chair, back into your head, back into your brain, and ground yourself properly. I'm going to leave you to do that. May the light of the living Christ shine brightly upon you. May you go forth and rediscover all that is great and wonderful and magnificent about you. May you be able to share this unto all, even unto those that are untoward. And may you know that not now or not ever can you be alone, for we are all one. I am Kuthumi. I am the Lord and the Master Kohan of the golden trees of love and wisdom. and I bless thee, and I gift unto thee the most magnificent blessing of discovering the love of the self. I don't know. I'd like to give thanks to Spirit, and I'd like to give thanks to all of the energies involved, and I'd like to give thanks to you guys for coming to sit outside here in the cold to enjoy this beautiful time.